Good job I got that right and didn't trip up, isn't it? Right, well today I'm in Australia once more. I'm in a place called Hillary's Harbour and we're here to meet with a guy called Roger Harris. He used to work in the automotive industry. Actually, he used to work in motorsport with a certain guy called Colin McRae. We're going to meet up with him, we're going to have a chat, we're going to have a bite to eat, and also we're going to have a look around this wonderful place because, my word, this is about half an hour it took to get outside of Perth, the city centre itself, and it is absolutely gorgeous. Lots of shops, lots of eateries, so if you like the food and you like the drink and you like the views, then this video is for you. If you're new to the channel, do hit the subscribe button, click the little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos. Now, without further ado my friends, let's go! Right, my friends, so we have got Roger here. Hi, Roger.
Hi, Lee.
Thank you for inviting me today.
You're welcome.
Now, I'm being very professional, really, aren't I? It's not like me, is it? Shall I just be myself? I'll just be myself.
Just do it.
We'll just go for it. I was going to do like the kind of the interviewee thing. You're expat.
Yep.
Originally from Wales.
Yep.
What part of Wales?
South.
South Wales?
Yep.
Is that the best? South or north?
Oh, it's got to be south.
Got to be south.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I went the other week. What's the place that I went to? I went to some seaside place, didn't I? Where
Barry Island.
Barry Island, yeah. Now Barry Island, or where we are now, Hillary's Harbour.
Oh, it's quite similar.
It's
isn't
quite
Quite similar.
it's just a little bit
Yeah.
similar, yeah.
Yeah, I think if you look at the sky, that's probably the difference.
It's probably the giveaway.
Yeah,
Now then, you are ex-motorsport as well.
indeed.
And you worked with Colin McRae.
Back in the day.
Back
yeah.
in the day on his Subaru there.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
you got that's your background history,
Yeah.
working on motorsport,
Yeah,
etc.
yeah.
So my first question is, and I've got to say, I do apologise. What do you think of electric cars?
Can we go and have food?
Can we go and have food? I think that's a great answer. We're going to have
Please.
a wander around. I will let you into a secret. You picked me up earlier on from my hotel, and I didn't actually film the journey. I thought, well, I won't film the journey, but I wish I had have done, because some of the houses and the architecture on the way and the views basically were amazing. So what I think we might do on the way back, hopefully you're going to drop me back to my hotel, then we'll have a look at the houses there, because they're in a different world. It's amazing. Got the sea here as well, and I just said there's people swimming. I said there's not sharks in there, are there? There have been known to be sharks in there.
Yep.
As long as there's no big spiders, we're fine. And there's also a fish and chip shop over there, which we probably won't have today. We're going to go and sit somewhere nice, and I mean, fish and chips. What's fish and chips like compared to back to the UK? Back in Wales has got great fish and chips.
Yeah, Wales is known for fish and chips, isn't it?
Yeah. So, is it?
That's a toughie. That's controversial.
That's controversial. They're okay here.
Yeah, okay.
What is it? Is it cod here, or is it
Snapper,
snapper?
pink snapper, shark. You can eat the mate who's trying to eat you.
See, I won't have any. I'll have no issues eating shark,
Yeah.
because they eat us. So I ain't got a
Exactly.
problem with that. It's
Let them see how it feels.
yeah,
Eh?
eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Let's go and find somewhere to eat. Come on.
northern sunshine.
Cheers. Right, so we've ordered some food. I've actually gone off-piste now. Well, I haven't actually. I've had fish and chips, but I've had
I thought you went before you came.
what with fish and chips.
Right, yeah.
Well, I've had fish and chips, but Australian fish and chips because I've had, what is it, barramundi?
Yep.
Barramundi, which is what they eat over here. Is that the main fish, really?
Yeah, barramundi, snapper, shark.
Yeah, barramundi, snapper, shark. So I've gone. You can't say I've not gone and tried something different. You've had a palmy.
Yep.
Which is, I think, originates from Middlesbrough back in the UK, but
Controversial.
that is controversial. Now then, and we've had 2 beers as well, which are Great Northern. Now, before I forget, cheers. Before I forget, and before anybody says yours has got lemonade in it, because you'll see him driving in a bit. We don't want any comments. He's being sensible. You were saying about Castlemaine 4X. Because we had that pushed down our throats in the UK with the advertising campaign saying Australians drank Castlemaine 4, they wouldn't drink anything else, basically, they don't give a care. And you said it's called 4X because...
They not allowed to write crap on the label. I think that's naughty.
They don't have it here, do they?
No.
No, it's that bad. They ship it out to the UK. So if you're drinking it in the UK, that's any sponsorship deal from Castlemaine 4X is gone now. I ain't got a chance. So we've gone for Great Northern. And before I go and ask you this question, I'm just going to have a drink. That hits the spot.
I wonder if that's Great Northern Australia or Great Northern England.
Great Northern England, well, it actually comes brewed in Leeds, like Tetley's. Seem to have an affinity with the north, even though I'm not a north.
We can't be much further south in the world to have Great Northern.
We're very south. Now then, you worked in motorsport.
Yes.
And I know a lot of my motor viewers out there are going to want to know about this. So you worked with Colin McRae back in the day, and can you tell us what you actually did? And I'll just be quiet now. You can just tell us what you did.
Yeah, it was 1996. I came here to live and to work, and my job was with the Pro Drive Subaru World Rally team, and I was with Colin McRae, Pierre Oliati, and Kenneth Eriksson. And we look after their cars for the Asia Pacific Rally Championship.
I mean, so you worked on Colin McRae's Subaru then?
Yeah, and the other 2 drivers.
And the other 2 drivers as well?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, my word.
Yeah,
wow.
we took care of all the bodywork because I think he was known for scratching the car once or twice.
just a few times, yeah.
So, yeah, and they actually had a base here in Perth.
Right.
And for the Asia Pacific region. So the cars were brought back to Perth rather than shipping or flying them back to the UK each time. So
Yeah.
Perth was seen to be the central hub for the Asia Pacific region, if you like. So yeah, we worked on them here.
What was Colin like? I've heard that he was a really nice guy.
Yeah, he is very, very top bloke. And there's things I can't tell you on camera because he's known to be a wild lad, but in a good way. Yeah, he's top bloke. You couldn't wish for anything more. Yeah, but good for a laugh.
Yeah.
Good for a laugh. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah. And his brother Alistair, who lives here now, just across the road there. He's based here in Perth as well.
What does his brother do?
His brother Alistair who's the ex-British champion as well.
Yeah.
Runs a driver training company. In Perth, near the airport.
Oh, blimey! There you go. So if you're in Perth and you want driver training, then that's where to go.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. You still work on cars now, though?
I do work on cars, but not as much in motorsport. I don't travel for motorsport now because I've got a wife and a boy at home, so my wings are being clipped.
You've actually done a rally around.
Yeah, I think I've done 15 rallies myself as a driver here in WA, and which I thought at the time I need to do something for myself, and so myself and with help of 3 or 4 other workmates who worked with me on the Asia Pacific Championship, I built a rally car with help of my mates, and when I drove, they come and serviced the rally car. So it was like we were back together again. And we did the West Australian Rally Championship for 2 or 3 years. Loved it. Done it. Tick the box. Done
that. Tick that box.
Done. Yeah.
I was thinking of now. what do you think to this idea? I may not get a chance to do it this time, but I'm thinking of getting a Tesla and driving from Perth to Sydney in an electric car.
Why?
What? just to see if it can be done. I mean, it may have already been done. Let me know in the comment section down below, because we seem to be having electric cars pushed down our throat, don't we? So.
Right. Could you drive the Tesla from Nottingham to Turkey? That's probably the distance, maybe a bit further.
It depends what the infrastructure is. I know that the infrastructure over here, a lot of the charging points, sorry, I've got back to electric cars again. I keep saying I'm not going to mention electric cars, but it seems to just come round to that. But a lot of the charging points across Australia, when you're in mid-Australia, are run by diesel generators.
Excellent.
So I'm trying to figure out what the actual concept of an electric car is if they're doing that.
Yeah. It's just gone through my mind, whose job is it to go around filling up the diesel tank? What if he's off sick today and you need electric?
Then you were telling me actually the Audis was it the Dakar rally?
I think it was last year. I think the Dakar Audi
e-tron, wasn't it?
I think it was the e-tron, maybe in one before, but yeah, they had the diesel motor in the back of it running the generator.
So it makes sense. Last thing about electric cars, in sum it up, in sort of like a few words, do you think that electric cars are the future of motoring?
They have their places, but I don't think right now, and not for me.
There may be, and by that time, then there will be something else that's taking its place.
You would think so. I hear a lot about other fuels, even in Formula One. They're developing a race fuel now, which is more environmental friendly. But is that going to filter down to our cars? It's not going to happen tomorrow or the day after. When is that going to happen? Who knows? But even electric, the hybrids in the World Rally Championship now. The number one tier, the World Rally cars, Rally 1 cars, they're hybrid. And they've actually changed the rules this year. If you don't want to run the hybrid system in your World Rally car, because it's $1 million car, you can run your petrol engine car, but you still got to carry the box or a weight equivalent to the electric motor, so you can still comply with the weight regulations, so you're not advantaged from the other competitors. So even now the World Rally Championship is, I think they're second guessing what they're actually doing, because I think it's too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be selfish now, by the way, and just go away from electric cars. When I was growing up, and the rally cars, etc., and you obviously you're a big Subaru fan and worked on them. Yeah. And worked with obviously Colin McRae. Back in my day when I was growing up, I was obsessed with the Audi Quattro. Mm-hmm. What do you think to that car? Is it an iconic
monster of a car, isn't it?
A monster of a car, yeah.
And you look at the Audi Quattro. We had one here in Perth a year or two ago, and it was parked next to a Subaru Impreza. The Audi Quattro is smaller.
Really?
And you think, what the? You wouldn't think it. You would not believe it.
Yeah, you think it's a big car.
Yeah. No way.
What's the worst? I'm being really selfish now. I'm thinking I'm going to wind this up because we're going to eat. But what's the worst that Colin McRae's car ever came into you?
The worst. Well, you'd be better off saying what was the best it was ever looking. And the best that it was ever looking was before he jumped in it, I think.
Before he jumped in.
The paint is dry. The 555 decals are on. He opens the door, jumps in. That's it.
It's game over.
You know it's coming back, and it's not going to be well. Sometime sooner than later.
Do you miss them days, or?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Even when that job finished, because the program moved on, and I stayed on then with Mitsubishi, based here in Australia, which was working for Rally Art Japan, and did the same thing there. And the different countries you go to and the group of guys you're there with, it's like a family, and it's great. You know, you do your job during the day, fixing cars because some numpty driver just stuck it through a head, and then in the evening you're having a beer. You're having a beer with the driver. You're having a chat. You're telling him what a muppet he is for biffing the car, which you spent a week preparing for him. But we laugh and joke about it, but it's part of it. You know, it's you can't beat it. Really great. You know?
Do you miss Wales?
Yes.
I'm trying to think why. I mean, it's lovely, but to visit, nice to visit.
Probably number one thing being mum's cooking.
Oh, of course.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. Yeah, I've been lucky enough to go back once, twice each year to see mum, and I love the place. I really love it.
Does your mum have YouTube?
She will have soon, I think.
Oh, that's it then. Hi, Mum. Right, so we're going to mark out the food out of 10. I'm going to mark the barramundi. I said barramundi. I think that's a bit Americanism, isn't it? And you
see, there's a link there with Barry Island, isn't it?
Barry Island, yeah. I tell you what, it does remind me very much of Barry Island, or it will do when I've had about 9 more of these. We'll see you guys in a minute. Right, so I've removed my hat because it's really hot and I've had to use it to cover the back of the camera there, although I could do with it really because my face is burning now, but my camera's overheating because batteries are not good in the heat, you see. They're not great. Right, so this is the first time that I've had barramundi and fries, so I'm going to go in for this in a minute. You've had the Parmo there. So I'll tell you what, before we go any further, just have a closer look, my friends. There you go. So let's go in for this barramundi then. And I've never had this, and I'm always a little. It just looks like cod inside, to be fair. But it will do because it's fish.
I think it's North Sea cod that got lost.
It is. I think it is. Actually, the batter's nice on that, and it's very soft, isn't it? It's like a soft fish. Ah. That's very nice. It's a stronger taste to it than cod. A little bit stronger taste to it than cod, I think. But very, very nice. And you've got your fry there as well. But that is good. A little bit healthy salad. What's your chicken like? Good?
Perfect. Yep.
Excellent. Right. I'm going to eat this, not film it from every angle, and I'll see you in a bit because we're going to have a wander back, and then when on the way back we're going to show you some of the houses and some of the scenery along the way, rather than just looking at Perth city centre. So it's gorgeous out here, absolutely gorgeous. Wow. Yeah, it is, just like Barry Island. Right, okay. Shall we get down to business, Roger? What was the food like? What was yours like?
It was good.
Good?
It wasn't the best I've had, but it was good.
Wasn't the best, but it was. I'm going to go with mine. I'll tell you what I think. Right, I've never had that fish before, and I can't remember the name of it. What was it?
Barry Monday.
Barry Monday. That's it. Barry Monday. Barry Monday. Right. It was a nice fish. It was very soft. It was a lot stronger than cod, but I know where I am with cod. I like my cod and chips and my haddock. You know, cod and haddock, I'm used to that basically. But it's what you're used to, I guess. I'm a little bit like that with trying new stuff. But if you don't try it, you don't know. Do I think it's better than cod or haddock? Probably not. No, I'd go for cod and haddock over it. But it's a good alternative. The batter was nice. The chips weren't chips, were they? Let's be honest, they were fries. And the view was fantastic. So for that, I'm going to go with a 7 all in all. which is a good score, and the fish was nice. And I'd have it again, I think, actually. I had hake yesterday when I did a review on fish and chips, and I think that was both better than hake, to be fair. A lot tastier than hake and a lot softer. So I'd take that over hake any day. So there we go. Your score?
7.5.
7.5. See, it's top. Now you're making me look bad now. You're making me look bad now. That I'm really.
But it's palmy. Palmy is simple.
Palmy, yeah.
But it's got to be right.
It has.
Simple, but it's got to be right.
It is a thing from Middlesbrough, though, I'm sure. Pop it in the comment section down below. It's a northeast thing, that is, a palmy.
That's controversial.
It is very controversial, that, isn't it? Anyway, don't go anywhere, because what we're going to do now is, on the way back, don't blow off, on the way back, we're actually going to go and take you guys with us, show you some of the properties and houses along there, along the coast, isn't it?
Yep, that's West Coast Highway.
The West Coast Highway. So we're going to show you a few of the houses along the West Coast Highway and a little bit of view, because this video, not really all about food. I throw the food in for the foodies, but it's all about, we're in Australia. I'm going to show you some of that, not just a fish in batter and some chicken. So come on, onwards my friends. Right, so we're on the West Coast Highway now.
That's right.
And all these houses down here, they look rather expensive. They're about 3 or 4 million Australian dollars.
Maybe more.
Maybe more. To give you a rough idea, 3 or 4, well, say 4 million Australian dollars is something like maybe 2 million pounds, something like that. Yeah, I go by half, give or take, isn't it? So, but they are amazing houses looking over onto the it's the Indian Ocean, isn't it?
Indian Ocean.
Yeah, onto the Indian Ocean. Absolutely gorgeous. Just look at these houses here. Right, so it is absolutely gorgeous. Now, you want to show us a little somewhere else before we finish this video off, because I don't just want to show you Perth, because a city is like any other city, isn't it? A city is a city. Skyscrapers, Starbucks, McDonald's and all that rubbish. Well, I shouldn't say rubbish, because I do like a McDonald's and Mackie D's. But we're going to go to a place called Cottesloe.
That's right. Yeah.
Which you just said is where Prince Charles came to, and some woman kissed him on the lips or something, didn't she?
What do you mean or something? It was on the lips.
It was on the lips. Yeah, yeah, not or something. So we're going to head there. They've got bars, restaurants, nice little town, and we're going to show you that as well. So it's not just about fish and chips and a palmy. We're going to show you a little bit of Australia, of the West Coast. So I'm just looking at the petrol stations and I'm looking at the prices. I'm thinking, what is that for then, unleaded per litre? And it's about 80 odd pence a litre. 80 odd pence a litre. Now I think in the UK it's, I can't remember what it is now in the UK, because do you know what, I can't remember what it is, because I don't fill up. I just plug it into the wall.
Why don't you fill up, like?
Because I have an electric car, so I just plug it in. But 80 odd p a litre, that's cheap. What's happening in the UK? We're being ripped off. We're being ripped off. God. They'll never change to electric over here if that's the price of unleaded.
And that's expensive.
And that's like
$1.75.
$1.75. That's mental, that is. I'll take that. It's cheaper over here. So I was just saying about snow and weather and climates, etc., and what kind of seasons you have, and I was asking if you have snow, etc. And obviously I didn't think about this, but obviously it makes sense. I said, where do you get your snow? Now, you always get your snow back in the UK up north, or the same in America and Canada. It's always colder up north, but obviously because we're below the equator, aren't we, here, it's colder down south. So where it's grim up north back in the UK, it's grim down south in Australia. That's where you get your worst weather, down the further south you go, because you're going towards the poles, I guess. Exactly. So there you go. Don't think about it, do you? Think, oh, it's going to be colder up north, but it isn't. It's going to be warmer up north. Right, so we are now in Cottesloe and we're going to get out of the car, have a little wander around. I can't believe it, I've just seen another fish and chip place back there. It seems to be my heaven. Sunshine, fish and chips and the amber nectar. What more do you want? Right, well, we've just parked up and we've parked, believe it or not, look at this. An electric Porsche Taycan. Look at that. I can't get away from them, can I? Electric cars. Right, let's go and have a wander around, little mooch around. We've got the sea over there, we've got some coffee shops, and we'll take you for a little wander. A bit more relaxed. We're not going to do any more walk-bys on the cameras. We're literally just going to take you with us and have a little look. So this is Cottesloe, Western Australia. West is best. So you were just saying, a guy went for a swim a couple of years back here, and he was breakfast for the shark.
Yep, gone.
Oh no. Do they have like flags out or anything, or do they let you know, or they're just there all the time?
Well, that's where they live.
They live in the sea.
That's where they live, and you're going.
They shouldn't be allowed.
You're going in their home. There's a net there now. Look, I just noticed. See the net?
Yeah, yeah. There's a net.
Yeah.
Ah, so I bet that tries and keeps them out or something.
Well, you would hope so, wouldn't you?
I bet, come near me, I'd batter him and eat him. Put him with some chips. Right, so I think we'll go for a little caffeine, a little coffee break over at this Cottesloe General Store. See if they've got a pastry as well. I fancy something sweet. So we tried to get a coffee back there, but the coffee shop wasn't serving coffee. They were only serving milkshakes and some food and stuff. So we're going to try and find a coffee somewhere else. However, fish and chip shop there, lots of fish and chip shops. Quite impressed. I think I'd be all right down under, you know.
You'll survive.
I'd survive, yeah. Just got to find a place with curry sauce now.
Ooh.
Yeah, need curry sauce, doesn't it? Do you believe curry sauce with fish and chips? Come on.
Controversial.
Very controversial. Do you have it in Wales?
Yep.
Curry sauce?
Yep.
Yeah. What about gravy?
Yep.
Gravy as well?
Yep.
Gravy with fish and chips.
Mushy peas?
Mushy peas, of course, mushy peas. Got to be mushy peas, isn't it?
Oh, it's ice cream.
Is it ice cream? Oh, no coffee here. Where's all this coffee? I thought you drank coffee in Australia. So we're heading now back to Perth City, but we're now on a road here where all the millionaires live, and it's looking onto the river. Lots and lots of expensive houses. A little bit like, reminds me of Beverly Hills actually. A little bit like Beverly Hills with all the trees and stuff. It's got a feel of that. There's actually fish and chip shops everywhere. We must have passed about 4 different fish and chip shops. One of them actually looked like a British chippy. It looked like what you'd get in, I don't know, Pudsey or whatever, or Stanningley, or I don't know, Sutton in Ashfield. But there's so many fish and chip shops over here. It must be an Australian staple. I mean, I just thought they all ate widgety grubs, kangaroo and crocodile, but seems fish and chips seems to be.
We are close to the ocean.
Yeah,
That's
that's probably where they live. So that's it. Fish and chips. I think there's another one here. Is that another one? No, that's what that Chili's that one is. Right, so don't go anywhere yet because we haven't finished yet. We've just parked up. We're going to go over to Elizabeth Quay. We're back in the city centre, is it? Yep. Is it Central Business District?
Pretty much.
Is it or something? So we're going to head there. We're going to have a little drink there and wind it up. What I have noticed is, I've got to ask you this question, and I do apologise if my other half is watching, but I've not been looking. I've just, what's the word? Noticed, observed.
Yeah.
Right.
Observed. Clocked.
That'd be the wrong word. I'm going to get clocked. The ladies here are very attractive, seem very fit. They're always out running. And where's the Nora Batties? And the nurse Glen Yorkshire and the nurse Gladyses. I don't see any. You know, get out of it.
Well, look at the weather, Lee.
I'm looking for the Nora Batties and the nurse Gladys. Do you get them in Wales?
On days like this?
Yeah.
No.
No. God. And all the guys as well. They're all out with the muscles, you know, and the six packs and stuff. And
not that I'm looking.
No, I'm not looking at that. No, I'm not looking at them. But not there's anything wrong with that. But you know, I've got a six pack. It's in the fridge back at the hotel. Come on, that's just it's a naff joke. Oh, it's a pole star. A pole star. Sounds like something off of Television X, doesn't it? It's just terrible. I'm not talking about electric cars.
You got them in the UK?
So this is another electric car. I'm not talking about electric car gone from women who don't look like Nora Batty. So you can tell this is just, I don't know where this video is going.
It's quite similar, isn't it?
But this is what looks like Nora Batty. Yeah. It is, yeah.
Look at the tights.
BYD apparently is build your dream. Is that right?
Apparently. So there we are. Start building.
I'm going to say, Steenie, we start from here. Where do you go from that? Look at it. Who designs these things? Look, it says on the back, build your dreams. Come on. EV. Who's designed that? See that van? I'd rather have that. That's got more character. I reckon we'll end the video here because we're going to go and either get a coffee or something, but there's not a lot open now. It's a Tuesday. Nothing happens on a Tuesday anywhere ever in the world. But we'll find a drink somewhere. However, it's been a good day. Thank you very much for showing me around.
All right, isn't it?
And I've now tried the fish, Australia's fish. I just need to try the other one now, shark as well, and then widgety grubs, which you said they do out in the bush, really, don't they?
You'll have to go walkabout for that.
I think I mean I'm all right if I don't really want a widgety grub. I mean, I've had one before in the past,
Wow.
many years ago when I was over in, I think, Kuala Lumpur or Thailand. They had a widgety grub and I ate one and it burst in my mouth. It was horrible. Ugh. So I'm not really into that. I've had it before.
That's a maggot, isn't it?
I don't know what it was. It was awful. It was, in fact, we don't even want to talk about it because it'll ruin my dinner later. But anyway, it's been a fantastic day. I hope you enjoyed it, and I shall see you guys in the next one. But Perth, what an amazing, amazing city. Very, very nice. So we've done Perth today and we've done Barry Island. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Give this guy a thumbs up, and don't forget, hit that subscribe button. See you later. Bye bye.